Hi everybody, welcome to our channel. The Essential Travel Tips, our destination for you today. It's top 25 travel tips for Germany. For 2025, Germany is a country where rich history, cutting-edge innovation, and breathtaking landscapes meet, offering something for every traveler. From the vibrant streets of Berlin to the fairy tale castles nestled in the Bavarian Alps, Germany promises a unique journey through its culture, art, food, and natural beauty. As one of Europe's most influential countries, Germany boasts an incredible mix of old-world charm and modern flair. The historical landmarks and museums in cities like Berlin and Nuremberg speak volumes about the nation's pivotal role in shaping European and world history. But beyond the cities, Germany's natural beauty is equally mesmerizing, whether it's the romantic Rhine Valley with its medieval castles, the majestic Black Forest, or the serene lakes of Bavaria. The country's diverse landscapes offer endless opportunities for outdoor adventures. Germany is also a haven for culture lovers. Explore magnificent art collections, from medieval to contemporary, in world-class museums like the Pergamon Museum in Berlin or the Deutsches Museum in Munich. Delve into the country's culinary traditions, where hearty regional dishes like Sauerbraten and Bratwurst await, paired with a cold glass of German beer, perhaps brewed in one of the country's famous beer gardens. Beyond the well-known tourist spots, Germany invites you to discover its hidden gems. Picturesque towns such as Rothenburg ob der Tauber, Heidelberg, and Gorlitz, with their cobblestone streets and historic buildings, provide a more tranquil yet equally captivating experience. Germany's blend of culture, history, and stunning natural scenery makes it an ideal destination for all types of travelers, whether you're a history buff, nature enthusiast, foodie, or someone just looking to experience the heart of Europe. With excellent public transport, well-preserved traditions, and a welcoming atmosphere, Germany will leave you with memories to cherish for a lifetime.
Installieren AFE Basic Phrases. I took most German speak English in urban areas. A simple Guten Morgen. Wie geht's? Or könnte ich bitte die Rechnung haben?
Could I have the bill, please? Can make a huge positive impression. In rural areas, however, English might not be widely spoken, so these phrases will really help. 2. Buy a German rail pass. If you're traveling long distances across Germany, the German rail pass is highly recommended. It allows you unlimited travel on all trains operated by Deutsche Bahn, including IC, and RE trains. This pass also gives you discounts on museums, and even gives you flexibility in case you want to take spontaneous detours. 3. Use public transport. Germany's public transport network is one of the best in the world. In cities, you can use a day ticket or a 3-day pass, which offers unlimited rides on the U-Bahn, S-Bahn, trams, and buses. In Berlin, for example, the transport system is divided into zones, so be sure to buy the correct ticket for the areas you plan to visit. Tip: in smaller cities, the fare system may be simpler and you'll find that the transport is often less crowded than in bigger cities. 4. Avoid tipping too much. While service charges are generally included in restaurant bills, rounding up to the nearest euro or leaving 5 to 10% is customary for good service. If you're in a casual cafe or smaller restaurant, rounding up the bill will usually suffice. It's also polite to hand the tip directly to the waiter when paying. 5. Cash is king. In Germany, cash is still king, especially in smaller towns and family-owned restaurants. Credit cards are accepted in many major cities, but it's always best to ask beforehand. Germany is also known for its preference for bank transfers and direct payments, so don't rely on your credit cards for everything. Tip: ATMs are easy to find, and most German banks don't charge high fees for withdrawing cash with international cards. 6. Book tickets in advance. Popular attractions like the Neuschwanstein Castle or the Berlin TV Tower can have long lines, especially in peak seasons. Booking tickets ahead of time will help you save a lot of time, and in some cases, online tickets offer discounts. Tip: for Neuschwanstein Castle, tickets sell out quickly. Be sure to book as early as possible to secure your entry time. 7. Visit the Christmas markets in winter. If you're visiting Germany from late November to early December, experiencing the Christmas markets is a must. They offer delicious foods like roasted chestnuts, mulled wine, and bratwurst, as well as beautiful handcrafted goods. Don't miss out on Nuremberg's Christkindlesmarkt or the Cologne Christmas markets, which are among the most famous. Tip: wear warm clothes as it can get very chilly, especially at night. 8. Punctuality is key. Germans are incredibly punctual, and this is not just for work appointments, but also for social events. Whether you're meeting friends or attending a local event, always try to arrive on time, as tardiness can be seen as disrespectful. Tip: if you're going to be late, it's courteous to call ahead and inform the host. 9. Try regional cuisine. Each region in Germany is proud of its culinary heritage, so be sure to explore different specialties depending on where you are. Bavaria: don't miss a hearty Bierwurst, Weisswurst, or the famous Schweinschacks. Saxony: try Sächsisch Kartoffelsuppe or Korkwülchen. Swabia: enjoy Maultaschen and Spätzle. Berlin: try Currywurst, often accompanied by fries. Tip: Germans enjoy hearty portions, so don't hesitate to ask for smaller portions if you're not particularly hungry. 10. Pack layers. Weather can be unpredictable, especially in spring and fall. Even during summer months, mornings and evenings can be cool, so layering is key. A lightweight jacket, scarf, and sweater will help you stay comfortable in almost any situation. Tip: if you're visiting the Alps in winter or early spring, you'll need proper winter gear, thermal clothes, waterproof shoes, and gloves. 11. Visit castles. Germany's castles are famous for their beauty and historical significance. Don't miss these gems. Neuschwanstein Castle, known for inspiring Disney's Sleeping Beauty castle. Hohenzollern Castle, a fairy tale fortress sitting atop a mountain. Heidelberg Castle, a magnificent Renaissance-style ruin with incredible views of the Neckar River. Tip: many castles require tickets for guided tours. Be prepared for some walking, as many of these castles are situated on hills or cliffs. 12. Try beer in Bavaria. Bavaria is the birthplace of beer culture in Germany, and its beer halls are an iconic part of the experience. In Munich, visit the Hofbrauhaus or the Augustiner Keller Beer Garden for authentic experiences. Try a massive beer, and don't forget to pair it with traditional Bavarian snacks like pretzels and sausages. Tip: many beer gardens are only open from spring to fall. In winter, traditional beer halls are the go-to spots for locals. 13. Don't miss the Autobahn. Germany's highway system has stretches without speed limits, making it a thrilling experience for driving enthusiasts. However, be cautious. There are still speed limits in urban areas and construction zones. Tip: be aware of tailgating. It's common for faster cars to closely follow slower ones in the left lane, but always move right if someone is approaching quickly from behind. 14. Avoid tourist traps. Big cities like Berlin and Munich have their fair share of tourist traps, like overpriced souvenir shops and overly commercialized attractions. To get a more authentic experience, visit lesser-known neighborhoods or explore smaller towns like Bamberg or Rothenburg ob der Tauber. Tip: explore local cafes, markets, and hidden gems that are off the beaten path for a more genuine experience. 15. Use Google Maps or DB Navigator. Google Maps will be incredibly useful for navigation in cities, but for public transportation, the DB Navigator app is a must-have. It's the official Deutsche Bahn app that provides real-time schedules, station information, and train track updates. Tip: if you plan to travel between cities, download the Flixbus app for low-cost intercity bus routes. 16. Bring comfortable shoes. Expect to walk a lot in German cities, whether it's touring museums, exploring neighborhoods, or hiking in the countryside. Comfortable walking shoes will help you enjoy your time without worrying about blisters. Tip: pack an extra pair of shoes if you plan to hike in the Bavarian Alps or Black Forest. 17. Understand the recycling system. Germans are very environmentally conscious, and recycling is taken very seriously. You'll notice several different bins for paper, plastic, and organic waste. If you're staying in an apartment or guest house, you'll often find a detailed guide on how to separate your waste properly. Tip: if you're unsure about where to put a particular item, just ask the locals. They'll appreciate your effort to follow the rules. 18. Explore the countryside. Germany's countryside is as rich in history and beauty as its cities. Visit the Rhine Valley for wine tasting and scenic boat trips, or hike through the Black Forest for spectacular trails and quaint villages. Tip: renting a car will give you the flexibility to explore remote areas at your own pace, but Make sure you're familiar with the road rules before hitting the highway. 19. Stay at a pension or Gasthof. Instead of staying in large hotels, try a pension or Gasthof for a more personal experience. These small, family-owned accommodations often offer home-cooked meals and a chance to connect with locals. Tip: be sure to try local specialties at your guest house. Many will serve traditional dishes like Schweinschacks or homemade Kaiserschmarrn. 20. Be respectful in churches. Germany is a predominantly Christian country, and churches are an important part of its cultural and architectural heritage. When visiting, be respectful, take time to admire the architecture and artworks, but always keep your voice down. Tip: if you're visiting during a service, dress modestly and avoid loud conversations. 21. Learn about German beer culture. Germany is a beer lover's paradise, and there are over 1,500 breweries throughout the country. Consider joining a beer tasting tour or visiting a brewery to learn more about the brewing process. Tip: each region has its own beer specialties. Weissbier in Bavaria, Kolsch in Cologne, and Altbier in Dusseldorf. 22. Don't expect many stores to open on Sundays. Most stores, including supermarkets, are closed on Sundays in Germany, especially in smaller towns. Only restaurants, cafes, and some tourist shops stay open. Tip: plan your shopping for Saturday, as many stores have extended hours, especially in larger cities. 23. Visit the museums. Germany's museums are a treasure trove of art, history, and culture. The Pergamon Museum in Berlin showcases ancient artifacts, while Deutsches Museum in Munich explores the history of technology. The BMW Museum in Munich is also a must-visit for car enthusiasts. Tip: many museums offer free admission on certain days of the month, so check their websites before planning your visit. 24. Use the Speisekarte. The Speisekarte is the menu in German, and it can often be a bit overwhelming with long lists of unfamiliar dishes. Don't hesitate to ask the waiter for recommendations, or even ask them to explain unfamiliar items. Tip: most waiters in tourist-friendly areas can speak English, but knowing a few food-related words can help if you're in more rural areas. 25. Respect quiet hours. Many Germans observe Ruheziat or quiet hours, especially in residential areas. This means no loud music, parties, or construction work, particularly in the evening. Tip: if you're staying in an apartment or hotel, make sure to check if there are any noise restrictions, especially when it comes to making phone calls or playing music. Have a nice trip.